to Nashville, the city where there's no shortage of country songs. With the right lyrics and some luck, you could have a sweet life.
Almonds and chocolate and peanut butter, how can you go wrong?
And I'm not a real lover of chocolate, but this is good. This is good.
It seems that chocolate has hit the charts in Music City, and no one could be happier than Mackenzie Colt.
The whole world loves chocolate. So I think that we're doing a good deed here.
Mackenzie's booming chocolate business is actually her second big hit in Nashville. Back in the 70s, she appeared on the hit variety show Hee Haw as a Hee Haw Honey. An accomplished singer and songwriter, Mackenzie worked with some of the industry's top artists. 19 years ago, she traded in country for confections and never missed a beat.
I had made this candy for years and given it out at Christmas time and served it at parties, and people oohed and awed. And I thought, well, I can do that.
Living out her dream is what Mackenzie Colt calls this. She's involved in the entire production from conception to creation. And this is her baby, the supersized chocolate peanut butter cup called a Colts Bolt.
First, we put a layer of chocolate down on the bottom of the tin, and then we put whole roasted almonds, and we try to put an almond in every bite. So we kind of load the top up with almonds. And then we put our peanut butter center, and then we cover the rest of it with chocolate. So you have all these really pretty layers.
It tastes like really fresh, like a real peanut butter nutty sandwich. Ah! Actually got a big one. I like almonds.
They're so wonderful that it hits you like a lightning bolt.
That was the response Mackenzie's candy got from friends. That was her cue to give the treat her name.
Colts Boats was an idea that I'd had for many years. You know, I'd always loved to cook, and I would take a cookbook to bed and read that instead of a novel.
Her fairy tale startup story is a pretty good read, too.
I was married at 15, went to the 10th grade, put a husband through college and law school, and raised a son, and had no idea what I was doing in business.
Even though Mackenzie has turned her little Nashville factory into a multi-million-dollar company, she believes in keeping it simple. Colts Bolts are made the same way today as they were in those lean early days.
I promise you, people have tried to sell me professional baking equipment, all kinds of things for this. Nothing works as well as your little home muffin tin.
And the muffin tins work well in the freezer, too. The bolts spend a few hours there before getting popped out and wrapped. She has chocolate down to a science now. It wasn't always like that.
I used to buy little Hershey bars or little chocolate bars in the grocery store and unwrap each one because I didn't know you could buy it bigger. And so now I get 100,000-pound chocolate contracts. So there's been quite a little change.
Mackenzie's lessons paved the way for other chocolate delights, like the brownies and roses. Sheets of freshly baked brownies are crumbled and fed into a shaping machine. It's probably the only time broken pieces are formed into a perfect heart.
We put the bottom chocolate on, and then it comes down the line and over a cooling tunnel, and that cools the bottom chocolate so that then it can be lifted off, and a continuous curtain of chocolate that's flowing that you just want to jump under.
The brownies and roses are chock full of chocolate and leave little room for more chocolate.
Wants to be a brownie, wants to be a Three Musketeers. Nice mixture of them both.
In case you're wondering where the roses fit into the picture, just look at the box. Mackenzie creates what's inside and outside, combining two indulgences, roses and chocolate.
Instead of a bow, I found these little cigar labels that look so vintage and are so beautiful, and so that's what we put on to close the box. It looks like a little treasure chest.
The design for the chocolate caramel treat is especially close to Mackenzie's heart. Marie McGee's bumblebees were inspired by her mother Marie, whose photo adorns each box.
And she loved this candy. And so I really wanted to dedicate it to her. She had passed away a couple of years before, so she never saw it. But it's my biggest seller, and so I know she's in heaven directing those sales.
Another popular treat is named for a dear friend.
And I thought, oh, we could call it Happy Trails. Oh, we could get Roy Rogers to endorse this. And it just all came together that day, and it was really a magical day. And I sent him some, and he loved it.
Each product has a special connection and is part of the Colts family.
So, you know, you have to taste it. The quality control is very important. It's my job. All right, I have to make sure it's okay. Okay. Want some?
If you do, Mackenzie will be happy to send you some. When Food Finds returns, desserts to die for.